was a good win. I don't think we played very good. But we also credit to Utica. I thought they were excellent. I thought they were fast, physical, put us in a lot of uncomfortable positions with the pressure that they put you under. So as much as you talk about it, they play a very pressure-oriented game. They pressure you hard in the forecheck. They step up in the neutral zone. They pressure you hard in the D zone. It's, we went through this early against them last year too, where as much as you show it on video until you live it. And I thought in the first two periods we were surprised by pressure too often, and we weren't ready to make that next play. So you get the puck, and maybe against most teams you might have a second or a second and a half. Against this team, you have like a half second. And we weren't ready to make that next play to make them pay for the pressure. So we just kept turning pucks over. And it was a really difficult first two periods. So the third, we managed the puck better. And therefore, we put ourselves in some better spots. And obviously, some of the line rush execution was pretty elite.
Nice first one of the goals tonight. The one that really sticks out to me is the New York goal. The back pass from Bartkowski and the outside pass from Fire. That was pretty hard.
Yeah, we're getting better at our line rush execution, and starting to trust where players are going to be, so you can play instinctually and utilize them how you'd like. That play was outstanding. That was a huge goal. I mean, I think the third period will get talked about a lot. Probably the biggest reason we won the game was scoring late in the second, and that was the Byro to Bjork goal with a great net drive by Murray and Bartkowski to create diversion to open that up. So really good line rush execution down the stretch, last 22, 23 minutes, but we need to get better.
I mean, one could argue that you kind of started to turn the tide that Bartkowski hit on Dugan far corner, where he just kind of let the puck go and he rattled him into the boards, and things kind of picked up a little bit after that.
I agree with that. I don't think we were physical enough tonight. I thought their D-core broke the puck out too easy, and our forwards didn't get enough skins on them. You don't have to kill people, everybody, but when a D's going back for a puck and he knows he's going to get hit, it's harder to make a breakout play. And if he knows he's going to get let off the hook, it's a lot easier for him to have the poise to find that nice play to get him out. I thought we made it too easy for their defensemen the first 40 minutes. Credit to their D, they made a lot of good plays, but I do think Bartkowski, we got more physical. That Murray was real physical in the last 30 minutes of the game. The Bartkowski hit, and we juggled lines. I think when you're struggling as a coach, as a team, that's sometimes what you resort to as a coach. They weren't having a lot of chemistry tonight, so let's juggle some things up. And some of the combinations we came to worked pretty good.
Just what's allowed him to take even maybe another step from last year here?
Yeah, it's amazing actually how good he's playing, how hard he's playing, how difficult he is to play against. He's physically demanding. He's on the puck. He's making tons of plays with his speed and intelligence, but he's also, arguably our best defensive player right now in the forward group as well. So it's, I think it's just been a real concerted 2-year process of him, dialing in on the style and the identity that he needs to have to be a great player at this level so he can earn the right to be at the next level. And he is knocking on that door pretty strongly right now.
Made some big saves tonight. He allowed that one in. Just how did he react to that, I guess?
Well, I think really well. That's probably the thing I like the most about Upi's game tonight was he gave up, about as bad of a goal as you'll see him give up, and then was able to calm and really keep us in there in the second. He despite the bad goal in the first, I thought he looked good in the first. Despite that. The second, if he had a poor second, we'd be down 4 or 5-2 heading into the third period. Then the game's over. So,
decent second, he might
yeah,
I mean, he was really good.
He was excellent, and that's a real credit to his mental fortitude, his maturity, that he can put a goal like that away and not have it snowball on him.
Just pure talent. What does that illustrate to you? Because it looked like he had his mind made up and was just taking that to the net.
Well, it was high on skill and intelligence combined with bravery, because it was like Yap's goal against Syracuse. When you go to the back post, you know there is the potential of getting run over into the post. Like that's, you don't know for sure, but you could. So the reality is when you're heading there, you're putting yourself in a vulnerable spot, but getting to the back to post gives you the best chance to score.
In that sense,
Can you just talk us through why you made the changes that you did with those swaps?
Say why I changed the lines?
Why change the way that you did? Why put the personnel together that you did?
Well, we weren't playing good. We were turning pucks over. I wanted to try to see if I could create a line that could turn the momentum in our favor. So I came to Murray and Sheehan and Bjork. They're older. They're strong, they're men. Bjork and Sheehan have played a ton in the NHL. Murray's been great for us and had played in the NHL. And I just felt like if we could maybe at least get one line that can drive momentum shift after shift, that maybe they'd start pulling the other lines along with them. And then it allowed Yaps to go back with Rosine and Kulik, and they've had chemistry when they've played together as well. So that was the thought process, was really to try to find a line you could lean on to play into our identity. And I thought that she and Murray and Bjork did that very well.
And Weisbach line is kind of feels like the one that holds true throughout, despite adjustments. How is it having a line that's really youthful and prospects going at it, still being together right now?
Yeah, it's great. I thought Rusek and Weisbach were great in the third. I don't think they were good enough in the first and second. That's a challenge, right? Again, we've talked about this. They're in pressure positions now. They have to be the drivers for us. They have to do it every night. And they've been doing it most nights. Tonight, the first and second, I thought they struggled, complicated the game a little bit. Credit to them that they have the inner drive and mental strength to not get down about it and to stay with it and have a great third. I thought Byro was excellent all the way through.
The others are now tied right now. And most of the defenders that have played on the roster so far. What's it like going through that adversity for these guys on the team?
Yeah, I mean, it feels normal, to be perfectly honest, because that's what it's been like for the 2+ years that I've been here, because of injuries or COVID or call-ups or whatever it is. So not having roster flux would be the abnormal for me. So this just feels like par for the course. Thought Reese Molek did a good job, stepped in there, played hard, gave us good, honest minutes tonight.
When you need defenders, a defenseman, and you don't just get a couple of new guys, you get Brandon Davidson and Matt Barkowski. What kind of shot in the arm was that to get, two guys who've played probably a few hundred NHL games?
To find Barkowski and Davidson, Jason Kermanos does a great job for us. He and I talk every day about our team, about our prospects, about our needs, all those different things. And it'd be easy to just be like, let's survive this with this 3 weeks or whatever with East Coast League call-ups. But he and I had a good conversation that, part of the decor at the start of the year being so good was really going to help our young forwards grow, because they could transition the puck well and get them out in space. And 4 teenage forwards might be put in some better offensive positions because the movement of our decor. Well, all of a sudden that's gone, and it's hard. It's hard for the forwards to do all that when they're as young as they are. And so I thought it was huge. It's a statement by the organization how much they care about development, to spend the money to go get players like that to help us through this time right now.
We just talked about how, they showed some mental fortitude to stay with at that line, and Weisbach especially, where probably a turnover on the first goal by him, and then takes a chance on a bouncing puck that, I don't know how many times you're going to knock that puck down on the power play, but he doesn't, and then it's out, and no, that puck's not going to go in usually, but it did, so now he's 2 down and not having a great night, and it's 8 minutes old or 12 or whatever. Then scores the goal he scores.
Well, I think with Linus, Rusek is the same way. Those guys have earned my trust. Coaches play players they trust. We don't play players that are skilled. Like, coaches, do we appreciate skill? Yes. Do we really care? I mean, not a ton. Like, it's skill combined with trust. How do you earn trust? Your habits on a daily basis, your work ethic, that you do little things right. that you're building an identity as a player that's trying to take you towards the National Hockey League. Linus's work ethic, and he had a really good rookie year last year, but really since the development camp this summer, the change that we've seen in him and the maturing and understanding of the things you have to do to become a great player, he's earned that trust to where I don't take his ice away when he makes mistakes like that. That's not me. He's earned that. And then I give it to him.
Sean Maloney, so he's out tomorrow.
Sean's out lower body right now.
Is there a timetable?
No. We're hoping not long. It's not something that's easy to predict.
Is it related to?
I mean, I think a lot of stuff's related for Sean because, I'm not a medical professional, but like one injury starts impacting other areas, you compensate and other things start to ail. So I think some of that is going on right now. We have a great medical team. They're working with him. Sean's great. It's amazing how well he's played with how beat up he's been in the last 2 years. And we certainly miss the heck out of him and Mersch, right? Because those are two of our drivers for our team.